Hello and welcome. Today we're going to check out the incredible Lego store located at Billund Airport. Now this store, you have to be flying out of the airport to be able to get access to this store. You do need a flight ticket, or a plane ticket shall I say, to get yourself back out the country to be able to save yourself some money. Now the prices that we are looking at now compared to what we've already seen at Stansted is you've got to take 20% off the price when you break a price point, and then you get further discount once you've then paid for it, because you can then go to, I do believe, is the exchange place, and then you can get some more money knocked off, which you can apply for. So it's slightly different from here to Stansted, but you can save yourself a good amount of money. So anything that is over a certain price point, which we will see the actual price point needed to break, and I do have some footage of the prices in much greater detail later on in the video, you can then start working it out exactly how much money you would save flying back into your own country. And again, for example, with regards to the large Razor Quest, it is free for you to get it on the plane. So you will either have it as a free part of hand luggage, because they do have a deal with all the airlines flying back to all of the different countries. However, if you do not have a direct flight back to your local country, that is where you're going to get caught out. So just bear that in mind. If you're going from Billund directly home, you will be absolutely fine. They do one of two things. They either just let you on the plane with the box, or they do put it in the hold completely for free, and then you have to collect it like you would do with your luggage at the very, very end. So obviously, if you've got a tiny bag and then you need to wait around, that is something else to consider, because you could be waiting for a little while at your local airport. But you can see they will have basically every single set that you can imagine. Now, for example, that Justifier, that is in a sale, but you also get 20% off the sale price because you do break the price point as well. So the Lego store in Billund has enormous savings to be had here, but you've just got to take it with a pinch of salt with regards to the prices that we're looking at, because they obviously they're in Danish kroner, so you do need to work it out into your own local currency, and then you can take up to 20% off those prices as well, because everything that we are looking at currently will break the price point, apart from the battle packs, because obviously they are underneath the price point, but it's soon become clear enough. Now they have got all of the Wolverine claws, they've got all the heads, they've got all the different mechs, and they've got every single UCS Star Wars set available, all of the larger ones as well. They've got the Concorde there, huge amount of Lego Technic sets. Every large set that you can imagine is at this store. So again, you are spoilt for choice. The airport itself is not the biggest, but you have a good selection of different bits and pieces to pick from here. I am definitely going to give it a go next time I come, because I know that I will be able to get, for example, something like the Loop roller coaster from here, or some of the other larger sets like the modulars, or anything that breaks a large price point. Potentially the new Harry Potter set, or the newer Harry Potter set with a roller coaster track underneath, or the Ninjago Gardens, or Market, shall I say, at the bottom right hand corner. All those big boxes, like I said, get a huge amount of money knocked off the price that you would normally have to pay at your own local store. But the bits and pieces on display is something else that I really like here, because they always have good selection on display. And I actually spoke to the member of staff, and it's basically one person that always builds these sets up, and I think they do an absolute phenomenal job. And again, Marvel, loads and loads and loads of different bits and pieces to pick from. And then when you've gone to this store, again, let us know if you've picked anything up. Let us know if it was easy enough to get those little bits and pieces. But again, if there's sets in the sale and they break the price point, you get a further 20% reduction. But they also have all of the Speed Champions bits and pieces. They've got the Lego Architecture sets there. You can see you've got the big White House at the bottom, and then up at the top, I think that's the new Taj Mahal. The Home Alone set, 3,955 pieces. That looks stunning. The Viking Village. Now, that would be fun. I think that comes in at like £89, I think. Because I think I started to work that out with the member of staff behind it, because obviously you save a good amount of money. So it's just a really, really nice thing. They do have a last chance section. I think this was the time I went when they had a builder minifigure as well, because sometimes they got it in, sometimes they take it away. So I've been to this store so many times, and it was a little while ago now that I went there, that I am struggling to remember exactly what was at this store, but it is always nice to watch this back and then share it all with you. But again, with regards to the large selection of 3-in-1 creator sets and the Lego City sets, they have basically everything here. I would say this is probably one of the best, well-stocked and cleanest stores I've ever been in, I think. There's some other stores that are always really nice. I've been to a couple of really nice stores in Canada, and also I've been to some really nice stores in the UK as well. But with regards to how big this store is, how much footfall this store will have, and it is always, always neat and tidy. But then at the same time, it is right at the end of the day, so they've had plenty of time to tidy it all up, and I think it does look great. But this is what I mean about all of the different cubes. They have these cubes literally side by side all the way round the outside of the store. So these will change as the new sets come out. So when all of the new Lego City sets, for example, come out in 2024 and further afield, they will all be changed over. But you can see you've got the Lego Stunts bits and pieces, and then as we come through onto the yellow cube, you've got all of these. I think there's some of them might be the 3-in-1 sets maybe, and then you've got more Lego City sets above us. You've got the gaming truck, and then in that you've got the fire station, then you've got the Arctic stuff, you've got the big ski slope up at the top. But you can see what I mean, because then they are side by side to the left hand side, and they will just keep going over in the Lego Friends section. And again, sport for choice with the amount of Lego Friends sets that they are. I think from the Lego Friends it goes into the Duplo section, and then behind us we've got to have a look at all of the different bins of bits and pieces, because some of them are sort of almost like mix and match and grab bits and pieces. There's a price point basically for absolutely everybody as well, just like the sets are. So you can see they've got the blue base plates there, and they're in a new paper packet, which we will be having a look at very, very quickly at some point in this video, because I can remember rightly, I did pick it out, and it was the first time that I had seen one of those sets in a paper rather than in the plastic. Again, sport for choice for all the Minecraft sets, something I've never got my teeth sunk into. And yes, this was the time that they did have the build a minifigure. Good selection of different bits and pieces in here, and you can see there, look, it is €8.25, or so if that helps you, €8.25, and you get 3 minifigures with that. So just work that out into your own local currency, or do it off the Danish krona price, whatever is easiest for you. And then as we come round into the next section, they have these little sort of storage pockets dotted all over the place. So there we go, your choice for 179 Danish krona, and it's basically just rummage through, pick out whatever it is that you want to do. Again, perfect if the plane's delayed, because you can just sit down and build it, and you can just throw it in your bag and then rebuild it when you get home, so it's not too much of a problem. All the Indiana Jones sets were there at the current time of being filmed, lots and lots of dots. So it says there, look, if you spend over 500 Danish krona or €69, you will automatically then get 20% off. So, for example, the brand new Ghost or the brand new Star Wars sets from the big UCS one, you can take 20% off the Lego website price instantly, and then you can get further reductions as well. And like I said, you can then just carry that box straight onto the plane. It is an amazing deal. You are probably all of maybe 5-minute walk away from your plane from this shop, because you are really, really close to all the terminal gates, and it's really, really simple, and you can just jump on and go. I would imagine if you spoke to somebody, they would be able to put it in the hold for you, that if you are taking a rather large box and you're not the strongest, or if your arms are going to get very, very heavy, or again, you've got little ones around you and you've got a load of luggage and everything else like that, it is something else to take into consideration, because obviously some of these boxes are enormous, especially some of the Star Wars larger boxes as well. But like I said, they will, I do believe, for the bigger ones, they have them in the shipper box as well, which is the brown boxes that they come in, and more of the larger sets are close to the till, which will, if you keep your eyes peeled, you'll see them like the Lego Technic sets. They'll have one set on display, but then they have all the shipper boxes brand new in the box underneath them, and then that is the one that you would take away with you. And if they can't, then I think 9 times out of 10 they'll be able to fit them in a bag as well, because obviously that shipper box just makes it a little bit too big for some of the larger Lego bags. So I think they might now have a much larger bag. But you can see you have the globe up top, you then got the oversized minifigure behind it, and then you've got this absolutely stunning Alpine Lodge. I do really, really like that set. And then you've got all of the different bits and pieces made up. So you've got all the postcard exclusive sets. I think that is the new 3 insect set that they've got dotted around it as well, which is surprisingly bigger than what I thought it was going to be. You've then got some Christmas decorations. That is a set that I haven't yet picked up, so I need to pick that one up at some point. I've got all the others for this Christmas, but I haven't picked up that one. And then you have the little bike. I think that's part of a 3-in-1 set. Then underneath you have got the dreaded cardboard box Lego minifigures. Have you managed to complete the set? They have been out in age now, and I am still yet to buy one of them. We also have this big thing here. So I think these do look very impressive when they are grouped together, and you can see that is the oversized minifigure with the smaller minifigure sat inside, and you can see the item number on that. I think it's 40649, I think. Then you've got the big brick heads for the Spice Girls. That's 6260 for the euro, so that will think that was close to breaking the price point, but all the individual brickheads won't. But I think you can obviously break the price point as one purchase by putting multiple smaller sets together as well, and that's always helpful and handy when that kind of thing happens. So I'm sure that some of you will be able to break that price point if you want to. And then at the current time this being filmed, again, all of the advent calendars were available, and the big castle. So you can imagine taking 20% of that and walking away, and that's what I mean about the shipper boxes underneath. They were available, and then you've got all of the dream sets, which I think is selling very, very well. I do believe there's going to be a new wave coming as well, so I think hopefully that'll be a theme to carry on with. I've not yet seen the TV show myself, but if you are a Dreams fan, let us know. If you've never seen it before, again, let us know. Now, that is a big selection of all your Duplo bits and pieces. That's quite hard to film just because of the location of that. That's right by the store on the left-hand side. So that's where everybody starts coming and walking in. And that is the size of the store itself. I think it is a very, very good looking store. Now, I do believe we are now going to go price point hunting. So we're going to have a look at all the key rings, all the other little bits and pieces that I missed. I think we have already done the full loop of the store, but now I'm going to slow it down a little bit, I do believe, and try and soak in the prices. So you can get 3 minifigures there for 75 Danish kroner. You are spoilt for choice for key rings. So if you do like your key rings, I know a lot of you do like them, there's loads of them. So they have everything. So again, moving on to the larger set. So I'm sure I now squat and drop. So that is €922. Work it out and then take 20% off. The Razor Quest price marked at this store. What are we at for this one? Take 20% off, €657. Again, if you want it in the local currency, 3,899 Danish kroner for the Rivendell, minus 20%, and then for the UK people, you get even further discount. I don't care what the price is of that; it's far too expensive. And then we will move on to the amazing Spider-Man set. Hopefully, if I can get my legs working, because I've been on my feet all day. Yes, got another squat in. That is €216 for that one. Again, take 20% off plus a little bit more, and then you've got this fantastic haunted house which is on its way out. So if you've not yet got this, for €321, 2,299 Danish kroner. Now this is €685. Now the big difference between this one, like I said, and Stansted give you the sale price straight away, so you don't have to worry about taking anything off. So all of the stuff at Stansted Airport, which would have been the video that pretty much went up before this one, I do believe they have the 20% off all of the sets, even the smaller ones as well. Whereas obviously this store, you've got to break that certain price point. That's where you've got to really figure it all out. So I'm quite surprised with the larger sets why they didn't do the different price point. Because if you're going to buy it, you're automatically going to get that price point knocked off. So there is big differences between the different stores, especially within the UK and over in Billund. But again, if you've been to a different airport store or you're from a different country, let us know how it works for you. So £440 for the Batcave Shadow Box. This is euro, remember, not in pounds. £258 for the Ghostbuster. And this has just gone into a huge sale. I think it was £130 that is currently. And then this thing here is £258 for the big Defender 90. And then for the pickup, it's €160 for the nice pickup. And then for the Vespa, it's 125. Again, that's in euro, not in Danish kroner. And then that one is 181 for the Porsche. As we carry through and on, it's 216 for the Back to the Future car. I really do like the minifigures that thing comes with. And then next one is 161 for the Camaro, and that is almost like a two or three in one for the bonnet. 192 for the red one. And then as we come through, you've got R2D2. Again, you've got some of the larger UCS sets available. Cap Shield for 230 or 1,649 Danish kroner. And now we're moving on to all the Ninjago bits and pieces. Mr. Price Point on that, but it's a fantastic looking set. 741. We should play Guess the Set. Is for the big crane. Now again, that's just recently been in the big Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. Like I said, I filmed this a good while ago now, but I've only just got round to getting this voiced over and uploaded, so this is doing it after the Black Friday Cyber Monday sales. So it'd be very, very interesting to see again if you went into the store over a huge sale weekend with the prices that they would put it down to, and then you get another 20% off those prices as well. So if you did happen to do any Lego shopping at the different airports around the world between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, what did you end up paying for the sets? Because you would have saved much more than anybody else that was trying to get those sets online. Now, $251 for the Hocus Pocus, because the Avengers Tower, let's be honest, if that was at the airport and you could save yourself a huge amount of money and you could take that on the plane with you, that would have been the time to do it, or just collect it when you landed again. Now, this thing, 909, again, big sale. that is a nice looking set with some good minifigures included. But guys, I think I am slowly starting to run out of time. So I hope you've enjoyed this one. If you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Again, in the comment section below, let me know if you have managed to pick yourself anything up as we look at the new style with the thing in the paper rather than the plastic. So it is something different now, because obviously for a long time they've been teasing that they are going to get rid of all the plastic and go to paper, and I think they are on their way of doing it. Now, the Concorde, let's be honest, that looks beautiful. It's much bigger than I thought it was. I think the price point of this thing is fantastic, and it sold out day one as well, and it is a really nice looking thing. So very tempted to pick that one up at some point, but I think I'm going to wait until maybe next year and get the train, which is the new sort of one that is on its way out, and that is yet to be released at the time of me doing this voiceover. But guys, again, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Ta-da.